I think I picked Mini to win.
I did too. I don't know, that's how I'd love for Kenny. Just, I don't know what it is, but like I did too. I think they're going to take it.
I just have like...
Is it more an issue with Carolina for you?
No, I just really like what I've seen, especially in the hard point for Minnesota. Now, I think Carolina could win, you know, in like a 2-3-5. I mean, they could win this hard. Their hard point has been better, but I'm just kind of going off, I don't know, I have no feel.
Rocker, I mean, you kind of, I don't want to say threw 2 versus Optic, but it required some Optic comebacks, especially on the Skyline when they made the plays. But they've looked great there at times. Look, in their second time they played it, they looked really solid. So, seen some really good things here. Excited to see what this squad is going to be.
I may just also have a 10 bias. I might just love the Jet.
Yeah, no, I definitely do. I'll just go ahead and flat out admit that. Well, yeah, last time I kind of felt that Rocker were about to make a run and they got smacked. So we're going to see if that's going to be the same result here. But we get into the flow. As Carolina try to rack up some time and Rocker try to flip and break the point. Pushing forward to try maybe get a flip is going to be Kenny. He's got 2 in front. The stun is going to connect. He runs out of ammo, gets a little bit shaky. His teammate will finally clean it up. So no flip is going to come in, but it's going to be a really good solid .1, right? They're going to put up 35+ points out of the opener. Kenny able to get a pick off of the break, and now a chance to really apply pressure early on here. Nice little 2-man game. But Slasher, well, he gets 2 of his own. Yeah, I think they were hoping Twin spawns out there as well, but it's just at the hill pop, number 7, able to just spawn safe. So, yeah, behind the Kenny fake, they're hoping to use, maybe have numbers, but numbers were not there. But such early time. Carolina, though, now trying to get back into it, but there's the first 2 picks. And while P2 can get messy on the Vivid, that's going to be all 4 dead. So great stuff right there from Rocker. They had a ton of time in that P1, and then, well, a break about halfway through. 9-2, by the way. He was on that top 10 hardpoint leaderboard. He was number 10. Yeah, no, you got to give props to the guy. He has been shooting. It's been awesome to see. And you know, despite the fact he like had a 40 bomb in the last series, when he got interviewed after, he wasn't even worried about that. It was more the control play. He just instantly goes to what they did wrong. That is Slasher in a nutshell. But behind the break for Minnesota, you build out a bit of a lead, back up to a 30-point advantage, and now we get ready for the P3 as Kenny chains together 2, and a third drops behind Estriel. The opening P3 time is going to go the way of Rocker. Les Gwynn has something to say about it. Yeah, in this P3, I feel like Rocker has shown a lot of strength here, where they can earn a bunch of time. They're able to win this rotation. A couple of players will be playing slow for Carolina. Make sure they have right side spawns. Vivid, though, almost hits the backslide shot, but that will be another 3 dead. Rocker want to get aggressive here? No, looks like they're just going to hold this line for now. Maybe behind Estriel, they're going to go, and that's going to be the call. A great hold. As you said, they can be so good on P3. About to eclipse the 100-point mark, up about 70, looking so solid. It's just if they get a convincing win here, and you look at the last series where they did it as well, as they go 4 dead, obviously, and get dropped, I mean, this might just be one that's not going to be playing much of. It might be vetoed against them. And then that's really the thing we got to see, though. We just don't know how wide their map pool is at all yet. We've seen them look good on a couple of things, but lurking forward and playing for the rotation is going to be number 1 in Kenny. He's going to try to get here early and tuck away, and he tucks away. Can he take down a second behind it? Slasher actually goes up top and gets his trophy down, so Kenny's still going to be there, and you've got numbers here. You're able to spawn out 2 players behind Kenny's little lurk play. Geo gets 1, and suddenly you're fighting from the hard point if you're Rocker. I thought he hurt him. I thought he hurt him like reload or switch weapons, whatever it was, but that's going to be 3 dead now, and yeah, Vivid now just up top, and Kenny again finding another entry. He's up to 12-6. Nero, Nameless was talking about it last series of the day. My guy's going to pop off. He's up to 14 lead in the lobby. We call him Nero tweak moments, dude. He's good for like 1 every series, I swear. He just like does something insane and kills 4 people. It's going to come at some point. We maybe already missed one. But the lead continues to grow. Kenny at 13-7 continues to be the rotation guy for them and try to put them in a good position. He's going to get picked from the back, but I mean, the damage kind of been done on this hard point. You still have Nero fighting from inside. He's going to take down 2, which is going to allow you to push forward. We'll see what that 4th player is going to pop, so you will get the last person spawning in safe for Carolina. There's not a whole lot of time left to get into it here. So let's just focus on the second set of rotations. Obviously, you win it if you're Rocker. You start with the win at P1 and a big break into P2, but like, what do Carolina need to handle? What do they need to improve? Well, I think really you're looking at the P3 and P4. They need to find a better break at that P3. That's where Rocker got a lot of time, and then I mean, it felt like you had everything for that P4 setup, and then Ken just slipped through. So, you know, talk about the comms. Carolina have some of the best in our league, but somehow they allow that play to happen. You know, that's 2 big hills, or if those plays are different, we're looking at a much closer game. Oh, we certainly are. We certainly are. Well, I think the one way Carolina get back into this is a big P1 hold into the P2, but you're able to get in. Rocker battle through. Carolina trying to make the run, though. Down about 80. They got to get something going. Let's hear the comms, those fantastic comms from Carolina Royal Ravens.
Hop dead.
I got naded. I got naded.
I'll get down. Other one hop, I think. I'm in top. Nothing kitchen still.
I'm staying hop.
You have help, top?
Be under.
Top narrow. Top narrow. They're gonna be two down with me. Probably two down. I'm one shot smoke. Taking shot right now.
Hey, top hall, and top AC.
I'm gonna fall
He's
around.
like our side hall already.
Our side. Okay. You move back to this side. He's not going to do.
Two top mid, bro.
They're gonna
Top mid. Fuck. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna
Some P1 on me.
I have your P1. I have your
I can be two top. Two top.
P1 weak, P1 weak.
We can kill P1 this side.
P1 7, I think.
One
One
on
shot in the back, Nero.
deep right. Push out kitchen.
Perfect.
Top hill, top hill, Ken. One
I'll
shot,
left.
top hill, went
I'll
low.
left.
Low
I'll
piano.
left.
One's gonna be out kitchen.
He's out kitchen. Out kitchen. Out
Deep right. Deep right dead.
He's out kitchen.
Right on me.
Berlin kitchen, Astral, dead.
I'm coming left for the years.
I'm hitting this. I'm trying to
He
take
shot
the timing.
One shot up piano.
Look
Piano.
customer. Look customer.
Look how
Piano,
Astral
back right,
back
back right.
There's two. One was back brown.
Back brown, weak, one down.
There's two down.
I'll spawn top.
Background
Top
on me, I
down,
think. I think one's background on me.
Piano on me.
Hands up, Gio. Hands up, Gio.
Top round, Astral, barely weak. Top round, barely weak.
Take piano.
They're gonna try alright, probably. We're good for Zoom. I know, Kenny weak. I know Kenny.
Front door down,
I'm
one
in
shot.
with you, bro. I'm in this one.
One shot.
Gas up,
Piano steps.
downstairs. Gas up's narrow.
One more out top mid, one more out top
That's
mid.
two shot front door. They're gonna try to drop mid probably.
Yeah, drop mid. One shot.
Nice, nice. We can finish it back.
So there's probably
I'm sure van
or
time.
no P1. Just sitting P1.
One, Gio. One shot.
Yeah, P1.
One shot, P1. What's top on me?
I'm trying to
What's
beat
this side? This side bottom bed. Bottom bed, Gio.
Their side, their side, bro.
He was
Bottom
weak,
bed.
bottom bed. There's a weak bottom bed. Going to time.
There's a big girl smoke on maybe.
I'm going stone.
I'm
gonna wrap
trying
us
out deep right dash. I got one.
Bottom so bottom arc. I did.
Deep right on me.
Deeper in time.
Our side,
Nice,
our side.
time, nice.
Keep on me stone. Dead.
Nice.
I flipped this.
There's one
One clips on bottom bed.
No. We flip.
Big advantage for Rocker. And notice a couple things now. Listen, Joey, you and I have talked off camera a bit. Like we reference comms a lot, how important they are. Listen, it's one thing to be able to comment, talk, yeah, he's weak here, is this, that. The hard part's listening. Like taking what your teammates are saying when you're in a crazy situation, actually digesting it. Like I thought it was interesting, Vivid, he's top. He says I'm gonna get shot by two top. I'm one shot backing up, they can push me. And then like 3 seconds later, TJ's like, they're already top hall. And I'd be like, Vivid's like, yeah, no, I was commenting that. That's what I was saying to you. But like, that's the hard part. I'm not even trying to give TJ flack. Like that is what is difficult. I know that as a human being. It is easy for me to yap. It is not always easy for me to listen. And that's the other part of good communication.
Sure.
You do, but
yeah, no, I have full-blown combos with you. I'm like, no, I swear to God, I said this to you 45 seconds ago.
yeah.
And I mean, those are sort of their comms, whether they're winning by a lot or losing by a lot, but they're just getting smoked. And while Nero, he's at 31 on the lobby, a Rocker looking damn good on Skyline Hardpoint, about to put him away here on this P4.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much more Skyline we're going to see for this Rocker team, but they keep playing like this, because if you think they don't throw away the one, allow the clutch drop to maybe 3-0 on that since they formed as a team with Kenny in the mix, but yeah, it might be a Nero Tweak series, dude. Last match of the day, he saw smiles. He is playing great, and they come out and just thump Royal Ravens. But no, I mean, listen, there's probably a million examples of that if we would go through and break down every listen in. Like, it's impossible. I think, you know how fast COD is, you know how crazy it is, all the audio and just, everyone's kind of commenting on top of each other sometimes, but I don't know. I feel like we don't talk about that. Like, we'll say, like, oh, their comms sound good, but, like, it can sound good. It's like, are they actually digesting what people are saying?
Well, that one for Carolina was like, it sounded like their sort of calm self, but it almost just felt like they're kind of the wind was knocked out of them a bit.
True.
Maybe just some frustrations because they were just getting gunned. Outside of Slasher, Wind steps up a little bit, but it was kind of Slasher from the get-go. TJ Vivid really struggled on the other side. You got to give props to Minnesota. I mean, some big breaks there on that first rotation, give them that lead, and hang on to it the whole way.
They really, really do.
And I think you're right. I don't know how much more Skyline these guys are going to enjoy.
Right, I'm not crazy, right? You're a new team. You look pretty damn good 3 times in a row. Like, I don't know if I'm playing on a Skyline.
Yeah.
I know it's like not that many, but at 2-1, maybe it doesn't look that impressive, and we don't know exactly how scrim matchups are going between teams. So we're talking out of our ass sometimes because scrim data obviously matters to coaches when they're going through the vetoes. But from what I've watched, probably going to make them prove it on some other maps because they're looking really good here.
No, I mean, listen, it's just fun to watch. Like, even from an outside perspective, like, can continue to play this way.
That's crazy. He's now locked for a 0.6. Who would have thought?
Yeah. we did think that.
Who would have thought?
But he did have a 0.6.
He did. He was looking rough. Don't get me wrong. He was looking real rough. But I think that's another story, though. Like, I was kind of talking about the comms thing. Part of it we don't talk about a lot. Like, that's another thing we don't talk about a ton is just like the mental side of it for players. A lot of times, like, I don't think people realize how big of a deal, the mental size. You probably went through that at some points in your career, right? Where you start to maybe lose faith in yourself a little bit, or maybe passion for the game, and all that stuff's got to click for you to be the best, man. It just does.
Well, I think you can just see sort of his impact. Just, I mean, we don't know what Rocker were doing outside of the game, but there's already been tweets of him, right, and his family just sort of out with this entire team, like bowling, like, I don't know, just sort of, he's a culture builder. That's what he is, right? He understands the importance of how our relationships are going to impact the game inside and outside of the game, and it feels like this is just different for Rocker, and they're learning from him.
No, and I think it's like good for him too, saying like being around these young, like hungry players that like haven't won, that want to win. Like it's probably perfect for him. But we're talking about Gio a little bit, and while he's been stepping up, it's been awesome to see him all year. But I think bringing a player like Kenny in just levels him up, levels a guy like Estriel up. Nero's gonna like, I mean, that guy's either gonna be the best player or the worst player in a map, no matter what. I don't think it matters who's on his team. That's just who Nero is. But like, this is a guy that really has an opportunity, I think, stepping up with Ken. And Ken, you think should be, for like a young AR like him, like, I don't know, a good...
Anything you want? Hey, I'm gonna jump
anything
first.
you want, but also like, just teach him. Just teach him. Like,
yeah, like in this sort of scenario, what should I do? Yeah, because I mean, Gio does have like, you know, especially last year, a little bit of this year, sort of this like slower AR stigma, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but there's times when you do have to speed up. And he could probably be the one to say, hey, this is when you have to go.
That's probably the trickiest thing for those players. Like when it's time to play your life, when it's time to just hit it and throw life to the wind, like it's just that change of pace can be so tough. And yeah, you probably can't help him because Kenny's been a good SMG player, a good flex, a good area. He's done.
And I'm sure like their coach in Looney is doing the same thing, but having an extra voice to sort of reinforce that, no matter what, is going to help.
Yeah, and you know, on the other side of this for Carolina, like I kind of agree with him on the desk. Like this is a pivotal moment because how they've been playing, and then also like, okay, I don't want to like add drama to it, but with the rumors about it potentially being Ken coming in for Viv, we know the rumors were there. Usually with rumors, there's some truth in the mix, like some degree of it. If you come in and then lose to him on another team, it's got to double down that a little bit. Like it has to.
Yeah, I think they're just kind of, again, just sort of hoping tournament time, they're back in that sort of T6 combo.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's for a lot of teams right now. Like,
well, luckily for them, that's what they've done earlier in the year.
Yeah, true.
That's kind of why, hopefully that keeps up.
But this is a massive match. More for Rocker when you talk about the top 8 because, you know, you mentioned the Heretics win. Heretics win just puts more pressure on them, right?
Yeah, they were hoping, they were down 10 points, so now they're down 20. They were hoping Optic wins that one.
Kenny's like, these guys are still killing me.
They're still just throwing daggers at me.
But yeah, puts a little more pressure on them, but so far so good, at least through the map 1. But now you get to a Royal Ravens team that can be so prolific in search and destroy, but I mean, FaZe just beat him about 3.5 minutes flat last time we were here. TJ, though, finding his opening to get that first blood. And he'll take a second there as Kenny hits him to 9. Nearly catches him, but TJ's got the high ground. And TJ's finally going to drop, but damage done.
Yeah, Gwen's just crawling up to the bomb, but man advantage, so difficult to work this retake. You're hoping Estriel can take down Slasher quickly, and he can, so I think a lot more doable now.
It certainly is. Yeah,
because you're spread thin normally, but now you have a good idea where these players are, do you? Gwyn, though, a bit of an off angle there, just catches Nero by surprise.
Well, Estriel gonna have to do it all now. Got the first pick on a Slasher. Now into the 1 versus 2. Only 25 or so to go. Looks right, unfortunately, out to his left. So he will drop Carolina on the board first behind, well, TJ making the play.
Yeah,
gets
I mean,
across
TJ
mid.
just gets right up mid, then finds an AR on the ground. And then just nice heads-up plays here by Gwyn. Just kind of knows the timings. They're going to be looking for him. And is in these off positions that just not where you're expecting him.
2 for Tej, 2 for Gwyn. Definitely pressure to this dynamic duo for this team to get back into that sort of top 4 form. Dude, Vivid's eyes are
blue.
Dude, he's like a White Walker, bro. Those things are blue. I never noticed that before. Why am I staring at Vivid's eyes? I don't know, but they're bright. Dude, they're bright.
They popped out at you.
Yeah, no, they really were. I was looking into my soul. Vivid gets the opener onto Ken. Gwen right there onto Nero, and that Chow down today, not going to go the way of Rocker. They're in a 2v4 hole very quickly. Suddenly it's Estriel once again. There's 1v2. Well, now it's a 1v2 again. After he gets the first in the 1 versus 3. He's got bomb in hand, and we'll see if we can clutch up. And where Rocker have looked so good in the hard point, it's been, I mean, search has been all over the place.
Yeah, all over the place. Even like Ken, like individually, just probably the game mode he has to focus up a little bit more on.
Yep.
Get himself activated, and throughout the years just struggled. That's true though, isn't he at the bomb down, but they're already here. Vivid and Slasher gonna be there, but
just a mode where they're gonna he'll help him in hardpoint, and it's gonna be a mode where they're gonna need Nero to do he'll have a 3-kill round, Geo will suddenly get an ace. They'll have these pop-off moments. But maybe it takes some time to dial in. I'm sure that's something they're working on, and not as easy to, well, just because of your scrims. You play all the respawns. You don't have the same reps in search. You can talk through stuff all you want, but.
And even when you practice search, a lot of the times, I mean, you get some real game situations, but
isn't that the reason?
Changing.
Isn't that the reason search has never been a part of the regular scrims? Because people, it's not that even they're trolling, although some people probably would, but they just you try stuff you wouldn't in a regular match to see if it'll work. And
yeah, I mean, teams do best of 9s and best of 11s where they do each mode. So it is common, but it's just it's hard to replicate.
Well, I know it's mixed in more now, but it wasn't for a long time. It wasn't scripted at all, was it? Pre-CDL. I feel
it depends who you ask.
Yeah, I feel like I remember just
well, there were a lot more just sort of tournaments though.
That's true. When you had a 2K every weekend, that's a good point. TJ getting around the edge, now finishing the kill though, as Nero's able to take down 2. Slasher answers though, now 1 versus 1. Geo, reverse Slasher, and well, one that Rocker obviously need. Slasher's trying to clear everything before he maybe thinks about this plant. Don't think he spotted him.
Yeah, the way he rechalled that and sort of sent it out, I wonder if a teammate caught something, but has the info. Bomb down now.
I thought maybe Gio was going to get involved when they were going through that battle. I think, yeah, that might have been a teammate calling it out. A little damage in. Stun will hit, though. Still have a frag to work with. Does it go deep or does it connect? Think it goes deep and not going to hit, whereas both pieces of utility connect for Gio, so that's going to allow him to take more space. Just holding it. Brilliantly played by Gio. Good use of the shoulder, utility, doing everything right there in the 1 versus 1 to get the win.
Yeah, Slasher's just thinking that he doesn't have both nades there, right? He's hoping maybe he just has a stun. He's hoping his nade connects, but yeah, beautiful Semtex and then reposition off the Semtex. Doesn't expect him just prone there, and he's got to check sooner or later because Gio knows he's going to back away.
And I think Slasher, when he throws the frag, thinks he's still tucked in that right pocket, so throws it a little bit deep. I mean, he connects on that frag. This plays out very different.
Probably just chows off of it.
Yeah, probably. Nero's 2, though. Oh, nice little side slide there to catch Tej. And from Tej's POV, that's where he thinks he just doesn't finish the kill, right? Just kind of stops shooting. I thought he stopped shooting, but maybe he's lost him on the slide because that looked a little bit different from that angle. But you get around when
watch out.
Dodging. Last time they went down here, didn't go so well. See how it goes on this square up. They're going to send it. Just trying to fly out and chow. Nero up over the top.
How is he alive?
I have no idea. Slasher backs away into Spiral. It's suddenly all going to be on Estriel. He's stunned up and can't get out. Slasher able to push it out, and they'll take it. As that 1v1 gets decided quickly. Good job by Slasher, kind of tucking away Spiral, and he'll call game.
Yeah, I mean, Slasher's weak here too, but I think the stun connects. So he just knows he has all the advantage in the world, but Estriel's just 1 or 2 more bullets on a Slasher. Maybe he can finish that kill, then it's a 1 versus 1. But yeah, gets Mixie down there.
Yeah, I mean, for Rocker, you probably want more situations like that if the search has been struggling, but so far the battle on A has not gone their way. Outside of that 1v1 clutch for Gio, you got nothing. And yeah, you mentioned that Kenny's been great in the hard points, but Search been inconsistent right now, sitting on 0-4. Nice win there from Tej. I thought he was getting caught and getting nothing. At least he's able to get 1. Good tags in from both players, really. Gwen just keeps on challenging. Kenny can't get away. Now he's 0-5. I think his second player's got like 10 HP, but just cannot finish it. All on Nero now. 1 versus 3, and he is dropped. They're being outclassed right now on Protocol Search.
Yeah, that's just really it. I mean, you get the first play. You're hoping that DJ doesn't find one there. You're hoping that's a 4 versus 3.
I thought he was dead to rights. I mean, it looked like
he was. It certainly did. And then maybe that round plays out a little bit different because then Ken gets caught out of a situation. Maybe you're flanking sort of bottom zip, but doesn't happen in the 3-on-3. Carolina just looking better in that round.
And their advantage grows. And it's looking like we're going to get squared up at 1-1 unless Rocker finds some improvements quickly. Once Kenny starts finding some kills. Slasher and Gwyn leading Carolina thus far. Yeah, Nate will hit an arrow, but only gets out at least to the artillery gun and doesn't drop. I think Estriel takes a nade as well as he's at half HP. Narrow across mid-map, you're hoping he can make a play similar to what TJ was able to do in the opening round, but not finding an opening. Kennedy is on the board as he gets the first blood. Maybe this leads to a round win. Nero, what's the timing like for him? He kind of threaded the needle here, and it's going to work out perfectly for him. TJ will get through, but TJ gets 2, so maybe it doesn't work out perfect, because you're thinking maybe that's not open because Nero's angle, and he wants to win that one. The trophy, I think maybe saves Gwyn's life.
No, it does. It literally acts as a shield. Definitely blocks a bullet or two. You have the advantage with the Jackal, but the trophy, the protector of Gwyn, and now TJ trying to find the third in the round for himself. Geogen gonna have to back down 1 versus 2, 30 seconds, needs to acquire bomb as well.
Their only round one is his 1v1 clutch, and he come up now with the 1 versus 2. He probably lost a little aim assist with the trophy too. That was probably real annoying. He's hunting. Nobody home. Doesn't have bomb. Not gonna have time to get back.
Gwyn's just looking at it.
Yeah, and he's just staring at the entire time. 5th round up now.
Yeah, but I think
Carolina.
you're right. The way when Nero dropped, he doesn't see anything plat stairs. I mean, if he spots that player, round looks a lot differently in TJ. But he kind of drops. He's like, hey guys, there's nobody plat. I think they just run into TJ.
Oh yeah, no. At first it looked like he threaded the needle, but it's actually like TJ that finds the opening. And yeah, as good as it looked from Nero's POV, yeah, TJ gets 2, and that decides the round. It could be a game of milliseconds. But I'm sure they gave that up, yeah, once he's fighting down to computers. One more round for Ravens. As Gwyn's on a 4. Got a car to use too. Well, car's gone pretty quickly, but getting some info there. Most of the presence is down low.
So fast.
TJ is so quick to get there. Another first blood for him. Nero's going to drop shortly after, and they have just been dominating this map too, getting back to the bread and butter of Royal Ravens.
Yeah, man, I don't know if that's just the info off the car or TJ's just going, but he hit that middle door.
That's a quick one.
A couple of rounds, and yeah, Carolina get right back to it. Kind of their anchor throughout the year in Search and Destroy, and it needs to be.
Yeah, they're laughing that one off.
Their hard points looking like that.
Nero just like laughed and walked away. Kenny's always laughing regardless of results, but I mean, what do you just kind of have to laugh that off? I mean, and for Carolina, you just got 6-0'd, and you 6-1 there. You've been seeing it all on protocol, but trying to improve after. I mean, that phase series was just, that wasn't pretty, man. Like, the map 1, they battled a bit, but then, yeah, I haven't seen a 6-0, 3-0 Search into Control in a minute.
Like, in Minnesota on the year was 0-6 before this on this map. So this has not been one. I mean, maybe they're just trying again with Ken.
Yeah.
They leave it open. Maybe it's been going a little bit better, but now up to 0-7. So just Protocol Search Destroy is one they've avoided. Tried to bring it back in, and maybe they avoided it yet.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's Skyline, obviously their pick. That's going to be the Search pick. Then for Carolina, so dealership, we know Rocker looks solid on. They're hoping to get back 5.
Oh, yeah, we'll just play the new one.
Yes, exactly, 100%. Like 100%. New team, new map. Let's try and get a little bit ahead. Ball control, though, going to be kind of your swing game. Your interesting one now is we're tied up 1-1.
Have we seen a rewind yet, by the way? We haven't seen a rewind yet, have we? I feel like we haven't.
No. Have we had one?
One,
Boston,
right? Okay.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. 1.
Okay.
Yes, Kai.
More rewind tomorrow. That's a request from Mr. Merck for all the pros that are watching at home. And right now, you're probably watching for good reason. Minnesota is a threat if they keep playing the way they did in Hardpoint, but so is Carolina. What was more impressive, the dominance in Search going 6-1 or a 100-point victory in the Hardpoint, Al?
Ooh, I gotta say the 6-1 in the Search and Destroy simply because it was Geo winning an insane 1v1, so it wasn't even Minnesota Rocker doing a whole lot right, but also because they had to do that after getting basically a 100-point club. So I think that's a little bit more
the bounce back.
Yeah.
I like that one. And what did you see from Minnesota? Because pre-match, I picked Carolina, picked on vibes.
Yeah.
Map 1, those smiles disappeared, but then Minnesota disappears in Search.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like, for Minnesota, you know, you heard Clint Joe talking about a little bit, like, protocol has just never been their map in SnD, right? right? Like they're kind of like their dealership looked good. Obviously their rewind has always been great. And then now like you're coming into this, you're testing out new maps to see what works with Kenny. And obviously here you just get outpaced. You know, a couple of rounds they try to establish mid control on their defensive side of things, and like Slash and Quinn just pick them apart. And then it makes you play timid, and then TJ's flying through and taking all the space on the map, right? So it just doesn't really work for them, honestly. Just veto it.
Yeah, I think it's more of a situation as well as they just weren't winning any of the important gunfights. Like, they were constantly caught out from the side of TJ, so it's just Minnesota had nothing to work with.
We have a control coming up. That is game 3. And a reminder, Carolina has lost 3 controls in a row. Nameless, though, let's take a look a little bit deeper at some of the gameplay. What have we learned so far?
Yeah, so let's talk about Minnesota and their hardpoint improvements. Just so fast-paced. The decision-making is instantaneous. We're going to talk about a rotation to P2 here, and we're on board with Nero as it stands. So let's jump into the minimap, and let's see what's going to happen. So Kenny, he spawns up last right here. He finds the kill onto Hill, and now you're like, okay, we have to make this rotation quick. We're all going to instantly make the plays. So Nero's going to fly down here, find this kill, and we want to flip them out. We want to spawn them all over here, right? So we have to get to that side of the map extremely fast. And when Estriel spawns, he's number 2. He just died. He's going to come through here. And why this play is so special is afterwards what happens, right? So they're going to find all these kills, effectively flip them out. Estriel immediately turns around to get the cut on the players crossing, and then you're going to see Kenny go to the windows of Hill to pinch them in and find those kills, right? So this is like instant decision making on the side of Minnesota. We're going to watch it play out and talk about it. Nero is like, okay, I got to get that first kill. Finds it. Now everybody swarm, fly in, and try to play these trades together. Geo finds one, and now you see Estriel. He's coming off spawn last, the bottom side of your minimap. He's going to come in behind, try to help them. Doesn't need to because they find the kill. So what's my job? To go cut them off. Kenny's in time. We find all the kills on that push, and now we have crazy layers. Estriel's pushed all the way up B3. Nero's applying pressure mid, and there's just nothing you can do if you're Carolina. By the time you find these kills, we have picked up 20 seconds, and we are already ready for this next push where we know exactly where you're coming from.
Is this comms or flow state right now for Minnesota Rocker? Because Kenny has not been there long.
Yeah, I mean, this is comms, and then this is also like you have an objective, and you know exactly how you want to execute. We need to flip, and we know exactly where they're going to be on this next life. Let's go chow it. Let's make the game easier. They're a good HP team right now.
Ali, I said we might go to a game 5. After watching the first half, I fully believe that, especially if Carolina is able to take this vault control. If you're a Minnesota fan, though, and like everyone at home voted, how does this upset happen?
This upset happens, I mean, it depends what side you want to call the upset. If
Minnesota.
If Minnesota's the upset, they love vault control. I think Nero gets activated and comfortable. You get him down low, you get him lost, as well as Estriel. We've had Estriel having some insane vaults recently in the past. And then if you force that game 5, I think they might have a couple of tricks under their sleeve.
All right, game 3, loading up. Our players are ready, and so are your casters. Maven, let's get into it.
I'm excited. Yeah, no, this is probably going to go the distance. We thought this would be our best match on the day, and we'll see if we will get there. But the control, a big one. We're obviously going to get to the hardpoint pick for Carolina in the map 4. Yes, we know they've looked really good on Skyline for the Rocker side, but ball control, I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's been a strong one for Minnesota. I think a lot of teams have avoided it due to sort of the sub duo in Estriel and Nero. I mean, 5-3 on the year on the other side. I mean, you've been decent here if you're Carolina. One of your better control maps. It's just so tough with these rosters, sort of the forms of both teams so far. But for Kenny, yeah, he's having a much more fun time.
Yeah, and respawn. Search, still working on it, but yeah, 0.63 to 1.18. That's a little bit of a turnaround, and he's been big for them in attack. And I think like when he was looking lost, especially when it was like glaring, like control, especially on like vault, honestly, with the object team, like it's just his timings were off. Like, well, that team was very out of sorts, but that's where I felt it was so glaring for him, was like on vault controls. Excited to see, you know, what it looks like with this team as they seem to be finding a bit more of a rhythm. And just, you know, I think you've got 3 young players that are going to listen to him and what he wants to do, whereas you probably had, you know, different opinions when you think about his previous roster. Excited to see what they could do. But Carolina tried to carry, that 6-1 monster Surge victory.
Well, this is the big question, right? Because, yeah, the control has been struggling for Carolina. 0-2 this stage, the last 30 days, 2-5. And when we've touched on this team, it's been they need to get better at the hardpoint. That's starting to happen. Right now they're, you know, right around 50-50.
Feels like there's always a give and take with them.
But like, yeah, it just feels like as soon as something starts to get better, something else gets worse. And if they want to compete for titles, they have to be better in respawns.
Well, Ravens, you know, they start off on the offense, a chance to certainly catch them off guard and get a massive opening round if they can do it. Gwyn has found all sorts of space in behind enemy lines, and now he's going to look to pounce. How long can he get lost and influence things? And does he just distract, or do you kind of flip this and try to progress on over towards B? It looks like they're just going to hop onto A for now. Well, actually, they're not even going to hop onto A. They were maybe thinking about pushing out with Gwyn, depending on what he found, but that doesn't really turn into anything.
Yeah, it looks like they weren't on the same page with
It
what they wanted
like
to do.
That. Like,
well, maybe because they just had nobody inside, so that one player had to jump through. Had no info, so Minnesota just kind of slowed down. They're like, we're just gonna wait and see what happens here. They're able to bait out that one player who is near the stairs, and then they're finding the kill. So Minnesota in a good spot, even allowing Gwyn to get in that scenario.
Gwyn trying to do it in the midpoint. Well, he gets one, and then unfortunately catches a team nade. TJ able to get him behind, and now you've got 2 dead. Perhaps a chance to do something, but as TJ gets caught, time is a dwindling. 5 life advantage for Rocker, which may not matter, but 20 seconds to go on the point. Vivid's got to come away with something. Not able to do it. Gwyn, if he doesn't get stunned, maybe he can turn that into a double, but it's an estrial double instead. And all you got to do is really trade efficiently on the defensive end when it comes to A, and so far you've been able to do that, or better, as they just clean sweep them in the final seconds, and that should decide round, unless there's some sort of miracle here from Ravens where you just win every single gunfight, but that's not going to be the case whatsoever, and that's a convincing opening defense for Rocker. They were up 9 lives at the end, and
well, and that's why that whole scenario was just kind of odd, because there was you could just tell that they weren't exactly sure which point we were going.
Well, yeah, I was sort of like, are they going to use him as instruction as get on A? But then no one actually ever got on A.
And then someone got on B.
And then Vivid, by the time Vivid got there, like, Gwyn was dead. And yeah, no, it kind of seemed like they were trying to figure it out. I don't know, I'd be curious.
Maybe set up like a B play, but we've seen teams get away for that exact reason, because they're just really tough to pull off.
No, that's why usually that person that pushes through and Gwyn, like, typically has a sub and kind of flanks A to like open up A, but I don't think he was expecting to like get where he did. Maybe, yeah. And then it's like, okay, well now I've got to kill and I'm in art. What do we do? It might have just been that situation. Like we didn't expect him to get here. It was a weird one. Okay, well, that's going to be a triple. As the break off, that's one way to win it. It's Kenny by himself. Is the nade combo from Carolina.
Well, I heard a trophy go down, but I don't think it was down yet. You know, there's that little phase and a nade can explode. I think it literally blew it up as it was activating.
Well, that is tough, because now you're going to be battling off of that, and that's disgusting there from TJ.
No, literally from the break.
Oh yeah, no, you just, okay, well, Nero, okay, he's tweaking. This might be Nero's moment to like, get them out. Gio will get one as well, and that's huge. That at least gets you out to start fighting towards the point. Nero getting eyes on a couple, tries to get the stun out. Unfortunately, TJ's holding the angle. Might set up Estriel. I thought it would set up Estriel. It doesn't, because Gwyn deletes him. Kenny, right into the point. Wins the first one, which is difficult, but can't follow that up with anything, and now you're a little bit staggered. I mean, that happens a lot, though, for both sides, really, on this. You're just funneling, trying to keep reinforcements today.
Yeah, that's why Ken just kind of flies off. He's hoping to just find one so his teammates can get there, and it's even numbers. That's exactly what happened, so they're right back to this point. Evian caught with a stun if you're Nero, now a trophy if you're Astro. Tendo on a pinch, a sub out. The man can do it with both. Almost catches Gwyn, needs a bullet, backs away. Now he just starts to work the A point.
Yeah, backs away because he's got a trophy, he's only got a bullet left. But the progress, it's moving. Second bit done. Obviously gonna take the tick advantage here after the great defense, and so far so good. I mean, lives-wise, yeah, you're down a little bit, but still.
You take the 3 takes all day.
Yes, exactly. You take the 3-6, especially based on how your defense, but Kenny's gonna try and get active right through Art, and he's able to do that. Love to see him with a sub in hand on this map, and oh, it takes me back. Trying to not get his toes shot off here.
Well, and this is we kind of thought this.
Well, his toes are getting shot off.
Even like last stage, like maybe he should just pull it out more. Just seems like sometimes he did, sometimes he didn't. Maybe just needed a little bit of time to get comfortable with it.
Well, it seemed like there was a dialogue between like with Fred and maybe running AR. I don't know, based on what he said on his stream. But it sounds like it was discussed, but obviously never came to fruition. But Gio is going to get gunned. His slasher wins that fight. 40 to go. Live's going to become a big conversation here. Oh, Kenny would love to get that one. It's going to lead to his teammate getting it, and then Nero can't quite finish. You're a bullet away from probably both of those fights to suddenly having 3 down for Carolina, and maybe you're winning this round. Still opportunity to do it, but you've got Slasher Back inside of ammo, Estriel's trying to finesse through everything, stays up, pauses the clock. Now he's going to get challenged. Beautiful life here from Estriel to keep finessing and then win the fight. That is terrific from Estriel. Unfortunately, the rest of his team is dropping, so he's kind of left out on an island for now. Because you would love, I mean, 3's great, but you get like a 4th, that would be huge.
No, that's it. And well, he's playing like he knows that. Just trying to pause the clock, get his teammates here. They still have to deal with Slasher.
It's so close.
Tough. Finally able to do so, and there we go. Gets the extra takedown. Can they do anything more? Kenny's gonna get taken down, trying to help him out. Nero's on the flight, but it's only 2 lives remaining. Gonna be so tough to do with only 2.
Only 1. It falls to Geo, and well, he's in trouble.
Did the second one maybe? Well, the 5th one.
It was so close, so close. But the fact that you get 4, that's a not a round win, but a round win.
It's a small victory by Estriel.
Yeah. No, but a great life. But yeah, let's see the nade off the top, and yeah, I mean, really, it's this trophy. Here it is. Yeah, we'll see this.
As soon as it, just not down yet.
That is tough. That is tough. So they combine 2. Trophy just a millisecond late. I said games in milliseconds. Well, there's a real good shot of it. I mean, but the fact that you turn that into that.
Right, yeah.
Great offense from Rocker. Because sometimes, I mean, you get like clean 4 dead on offense on a control, and it's like you're just in hell until the round's over. I can't remember who got like 2 to get them out. It might have been Nero or somebody. Yeah, Nero got 2. And then behind that, ends up turning into 4 ticks for him. Did Carolina get any?
0.
It was 0. Okay. I couldn't remember if it was 0 or 1. Well, Gwen, so this is what I was talking about more often than not. If you take that route through pool, you end up kind of flanking back through cat or flanking back through kind of the open doorway. A little more traditional this time, but still no opening on the point. The defense has been strong, and it continues to be strong. Kenny and Nero leading with 15 and 16. As they continue to hunt, and TJ is just like, all right, boys, I'm going to need you to come back off spawn.
Well, he's like, I'm going to just try to pause the clock, maybe distract you. As you can see, his teammates are just being trapped in the hot tub.
Bro. And maybe that's one of those things, too, when you're like, well, they were already, obviously, this was kind of one of their go-tos for control, but for Minnesota, they got to think defense a little bit easier probably than offense. Gwen, he is struggling right now. 9-18. They're getting farmed.
Him and TJ are just switching spots now.
Yeah. They're up. They won their first defense by 9 lives. They were already up 9 until that stretch there. And Kenny just hits from deep. He's up on the banister at Art and able to take down 2 as he gets up to 18. And this might be another shutout type round. I mean, yes,
we got 1 tick.
Yeah. You got that 1 tick, but you got 22 seconds to do something. Okay, all right, Gwen, there he is. He was 9-18 or whatever it was, and now he pops a triple, and suddenly the round becomes interesting.
How does that even happen?
I don't know. Yeah, perfect until Gwen just slaughters everybody, and suddenly a minute extension. And now the ticks conversation, I mean, a bit more of a convo, but not really, just because usually if you get blanked in a round, you're screwed. Gwen on 4 in a row now. I got a minute to go, 13 lives, doable for Royal Ravens, but from a map presence standpoint, they got nothing. If anything, Kenny's pushing it. Kenny's killing TJ.
Yeah, he's just wasting time here, too. That's really his goal. Just stay alive, be annoying. And, well, even when you're finding kills like that on the Vivid, that is such a big W. And now you're controlling that ammo building, which we know is so difficult to deal with. And now the trap is very much in again.
Yeah, it's a very different Ken. We're seeing.
Yeah, I mean, he destroyed Vivid.
I mean, he might have taken that same gunfight a month ago. He wasn't winning it.
No, he was not.
Last chance, really, for Carolina. Get a body on the point. That body is turned to dust. TJ's chance to do it. No respawns remaining, so quite literally, your last attack at this. Tags in for Teach, but not going to walk away with anything. Maybe the damage and will lead to something for his teammates, but until you get control of this B Street, you're not going to be getting the B points, and they never, well, neither team's really been able to do that outside of a moment for Rocker. Gwen gets fried, and Rocker's defense maybe not as good as their first round. Boy, it was
close. It was literally, I mean, I'm sure it'll be the best play, probably the triple. Just outside of that, yeah, I mean, this is going to be it. This is how you got this. Just from Cat, and he was one shot and just catches Estriel off guard.
Yeah. I think Ken got like a bullet in, and then
you were literally 1 3-piece away from giving up another tick.
Yeah, just 1 tick and a shutout. Rocker looked to close it out on the offense. It's another great respawn for Nero and Kenny. 24 and 17 for Nero. He had a great map 1 as well. He put up, what, 30 plus in that. Now, last break was horrible. This break, maybe going to be a little bit better. Well, it can't be worse, really, than 3 teammates dying to 1 nade. Well, 2 nades, I guess, technically. But
We just didn't jump main door this time.
okay, well, maybe it's going to be the same result. It actually is basically the same result.
The Nero off spawn gets 1. A little deja vu.
Yeah, feeling that way. Pushed up deep will be what, Tej. Hardy going to be able to kind of flank the push, but you know, you're spawning out towards pool. You know something's up. They're trying to sniff it out, but Tej just finding...
What, did that stun not hit? No, neither stun must have hit Gwyn, so he was just kind of lurking in that vault side room. Well, he's able to find that, so they've just been trying to find these Ravens players, and they've given them nothing.
Oh, I mean, TJ did like a full lap of their spawn.
What if it ties and takes goes a kill? So right now you're in an okay spot if you're Minnesota.
I mean, they just have to blank him, right? I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
If you...
It was starting to look that way, but you finally get 3 dead. Vivid's kind of out of the play, so should be able to get this first tick.
All right, so that'll guarantee them the defense, yeah? So you know you have that in the back pocket, but can you come away with something else? It's not looking good, as they're going to go 3 dead again. Kenny, low man here, gives up the hold right as he would have had one, but does still walk away with 1. 20 seconds, though, to go, and, well, I mean, really you just need to get that tick, I guess. We haven't seen a ton of offensive round wins on Vault.
Not since stage 1.
No, we have not. Vivid can't get away. Estriel was the finesse master last time he got to this position, trying to do it again. I thought he made the play, but can't win that fight. It's the Gwyn headshot. That will take him down.
Those are really clean shots by Gwyn, but not easy at all. But he backs up onto that head. He does. Estriel again now trying to do what he can. Maybe get his teammates here. Here's going to be the last push for Minnesota in this round.
Okay.
Wow. Jackal headshot.
Okay.
Nobody on the point.
A couple nutty gunfight wins, but there's going 1 for 1, so defense going to be able to come away with it. Now, all right, can Carolina find success on offense where they haven't really found any? The defense from Rocker, I mean, it's been perfect outside of that triple from Gwyn that, well, kind of allowed Carolina to have a chance to even get defense in the first place for the round 5. Rocker is trying to keep them clamped in. You've seen a couple different routes from Gwyn off the opening. I'm curious to see what he's going to do this time, but usually he's been kind of the poolside flank guy. So far, they've dealt with him pretty well, even that like weird round 1. But just try not to give anything to Carolina for free as we load into the round 5. And Gwyn will be that poolside route again. This time will be Kenny actually hitting an opening nade. He's got a sub in hand, so going to be a little bit more traditional with his flank. Just get right to balcony and see if he can find a timing to cut down reinforcements for Rocker. It seems for now Rocker's going to leave him do his thing.
Yeah, it's always a tough spot when you're that last player, right? Your teammates get cut off spawn, and you're like, how do I help you? Because they're going to be trying to hunt me down the flank. Do I just jump off this catwalk? Luckily, his teammate's able to get out, and then he's able to find 1.
And now the battle to the point. TJ trying to chase one down. Gwyn getting
really
it done.
well done by Gwyn.
You know, really it was. You could see he was sort of indecisive. He was like, I don't know how to help.
No, it's such a tough position at times.
But now he's helping and doing more than helping. This could be a very clean A capture where you stay about even in lives. Looks like there's going to be 1 more retake chance maybe for Rocker. Gwyn just dipping, diving, trying to take the fight. Kenny's going to get through for a second, try to battle and contest. Second tick is going to be done on offense, though. Estriel going to fight back in, and that's where teams have really improved. Kind of these retakes onto A. Teams got so much better at doing it. Still feeling like you're going to get the minute extension. It's just a matter of time, but
That all started with that stun from Gio, right? He hits that stun onto that player, Cat Stairs. That gives him the opening to slide, just drop down, then he finds that first kill. Domino starts to go to Rocker's way. They've had the numbers since that moment. Now it's a 2 versus 2 inside of A. TJ trying to look over his teammate. No, that player's actually underground, so Estriel's not there. So yeah, looks like A is going to be done. And you're going to have a life advantage with a minute 30.
It's not much of one, but it's a life advantage nonetheless. But now the hard bit of work. For a good bit of time that he kind of had Slasher at B-side control. He's probably, or B-side control. He's hoping he can lock down Street and you can have this great transition off of it, but it takes a little bit longer to get that A-point done. Kenny wants to get aggressive again up towards Animal. He's able to do that. They're going to finally shut him down. Nice movement there from Estriel to take the fight as well. Snap not quite on point
again
for TJ, and Estriel does it. Yeah, that life advantage you had, I mean, it was 1, but that's gone. And you've got 2 people out hunting, like hunting towards spawn on both sides. Like, if you win some crazy gunfights out towards that B street, maybe you can layer this, but flanking stuff is still Estriel. I swear it's just headshots every time he's popping up. He's got 30, Kenny's got 30, 34 for Nero. Geo is vibing, but they're definitely leading the slaying category. Well, that's part of having 3 defenses. Kenny, once again, dude, Kenny's just hitting ammo on the other side over and over again.
Yeah, I say maybe that was kind of your last play. Kenny does get taken down. Slashers pushed up. 1 player on the point. Geo able to find a pick. You're gonna have a trophy down. Last 4 lives remaining. Last go for Carolina. Can they clutch this up?
No respawns remaining. Can they pull it off? Hold up. They're doing it. Everybody's dropping. Rocker's got to fly out to the point. They're able to get 2 though.
Gotta go.
Back onto it. Someone's got to contest this. No respawns remaining from the other side. They're able to contest it though. It's 1 player left. It's going to be Gwen. Ravens nearly do the improbable.
Wait, why did they get off of it? Why did they get off? There was 2 players that got off. I think it would be done. They stepped off for half a second.
Was it before the contest? Was it before the contest?
I'm pretty sure it was. I think.
I thought when he slid off, they had the contest at the back, like at the Jeep.
But even then, they found the kill.
Yeah. That's a wild one. I'd have to watch it back because we were casting one like a week or 2 ago that happened, right? They like slid off, like it slid a 3-stack off, and they would have won the round. But I think when they slid off, the contest was in. But yes, after they found that kill, I don't know. Because I don't think they still have to contest there from the backside of the car, I think. I'd have to watch it again. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, let's watch it again.
Yeah, let's watch the tail end. Because I think once they were off.
There's a contest?
Yeah, here's a contest, and I think they contest the rest of the time.
No, right before this, I'm telling you, they were off
it was right
the
before.
point.
So right
yes,
before? Oh,
it was right before that.
Okay. Well, when I thought you were talking about when the contest came in. So if it was right before, yeah.
No, I think it was right before that. Weren't they both off of it?
You might be right. You might be right. I mean, listen,
you're
smarter than I am, so I'm going to trust what you're saying. I was thinking about it a little bit later. Sorry, we're chatting through. That was chaotic. That was a bit insane. That was a bit insane and nearly a dagger to Rocker, but they walk away with it because it was what? 10v4 or 8v4? What the hell was it?
It was like 12v4.
Was it 12v4? Okay, maybe I'm just making up numbers at this point, but they had a big advantage.
Got close.
And Carolina nearly just did something wild. All right, we'll take a look at some of the highlights from this one.
Maybe it'll be in here, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. Oh, well, that was a highlight for one side of this.
All defense, though, all defense. One defense, though, a little bit better. That was Minnesota Rocker. Just right from the get-go, they blanked him. Don't give up many takes. You were able to earn 4 on your first offense. That carried you that round 5, but it did get close in round number 5. Yeah. Very close.
Just that Gwen triple that maybe made things interesting. And an earlier round to give them a chance to get the defensive side in round 5. They weren't able to walk away with that. So it comes down to this round 5. We'll see if we, I don't know, in the highlight package, if we'll get the exact moment we want, but we'll see. It's down the stretch, it definitely gets interesting. I'm just curious how big the life advantage actually ended up being. It's 12v8 now.
It might have been like 10v4.
Yeah, it was something like that. Here's the 5v2, so that's after it's contested though, right? So you're thinking right before that, maybe. Well, I mean, it's tough. I mean, it's just, dude, I'm sure you are just finessing, trying to stay alive, going crazy, trying to do everything in that moment. But we had, I mean, some blowouts, and then that one. I mean, map 1 and 2 were not close. That one goes down to a nail-biter finish on Vault. We have Hacienda up next, which is going to be Carolina's pick. So I'm thinking maybe we're going all the way to a dealership, which Rocker have looked pretty solid on. We've got the new map in the mix. We'll see if it goes all that way, or if the solid hardpoint for Rocker, they can close out in Hacienda, because they've looked solid in hardpoint in general. Skyline just kind of been like their go-to.
Yeah, and I mean, for Carolina, this is kind of what we talked about. Can your search and destroy and your control or whatever get you to your map pick in hardpoint, right? Like in these bigger series where you've kind of struggled in HP. So now you're here for Carolina. Can you get us to a game 5?
Here, and I mean, at times looked okay on Hacienda. At times they've gotten murdered. Like I think about like Thieves, like playing against them on this, and they might be putting up 70 points. But well, that's just not been a good matchup for them when it comes to hardpoint. Well, it's not been a good matchup really for most teams when it comes to hardpoint. But Carolina, I mean, it's like you need to be able to beat these types of teams. The question mark has mostly been them against the top 3, top 4 type thing, cementing themselves there and showing they can beat some of the top squads. They proved they could beat your teams like Rocker. Granted, this is a new look Rocker, and they're down 2-1. But now, I mean, even if you win the Hossie, I mean, what's their dealership reps at this point?
They haven't played it
I
yet.
haven't played it yet. I don't think I've seen Carolina there yet.
I mean, it was a round 11 win for Rocker. Yeah, I'm sure they're practicing it.
Yeah. Well, everyone takes a breath as we get ready to hop in. Probably some frustrations there for Royal Ravens. You were so close. Dude, now I'm thinking about it. Does the whole team have blue eyes, dude? Dude, Slasher doesn't, Gwen does. Dude, it's just the blue-eyed boys, bro. Sheesh. Heartbreakers, dude.
Carolina blue.
Yeah, no, I think that's why I noticed it, like the jersey plus like the blue.
Maybe all have the contacts, you know?
Yeah. Nero, in the opening hardpoint, goes 31 and 21. I mean, really a solid respawn out of the whole crew as they won 250 to 100 for God's sake. But see if they can replicate that here. Off the rip we go. Rocker looking to close out the series with the win, and well, after the Miami win earlier today, they really need points. Points anywhere they can get them. Vivid comes out shooting and tossing early though.
Did not look fun from Nero's POV. I mean, just nades exploding everywhere. He's able to spawn up and find one. Some nice early time for Carolina, but you're controlling those P2 spawns. That's what Gio's trying to do. Just lock this down alongside Kenny. Now they're going to be on the hill behind Estriel.
Yeah, good little bounce back after the opening break. Kenny trying to get aggressive and cut down the reinforcements. Taking a route around the outside to probably influence spawns. Think about the P2s coming in at number 5 in Slasher. To pick that up will be number 1. I think Kenny is going back to take that fight, and then everybody else will kind of battling around the P1. Looks like the P1 advantage is going to go the way of Royal Ravens, but you should have numbers on rotation if you're Rocker.
Yeah, where's Gio going to spawn? Yeah, he's going to spawn out. Okay, so they're going to know this. So you pretty much have a 3 versus 3, and then you're going to die on the hill. This is best case for Carolina. Outside of winning the rotation, you get immediate pressure through the front. That shows you to spawn out. So Gio's going to full flank off the spawn out. Luckily, his teammates buy him enough time to get there.
He's going to get there, and he's going to dial up a triple. Big from Gio, and a nice answer after, yeah, you got broken from the front pretty much instantly.
Someone spawned in the back. They spawned in the back. Nobody was blocking.
Oh, Lordy. Well, Estriel's trying to block it with his gunny.
There's 30 left.
Yeah, true. 30 left, and now Kenny's trying to pick it up, and Kenny does a beautiful job of that as he gets 2. TJ will be tucked away in closet, looking for his opening, and he hasn't been able to find it yet. Maybe off the Slasher kill, you're able to get something. There's a wallbang from TJ for 1, but it's a multi from Estriel. And him and Nero will hold down the point as Estriel continues to get tags in. So you'll be up 20 on rotation, though. It's going to be Rocker that are going to be ahead. You've got 1 and 4, and Kenny and Gio there early. They've been a strong rotation team since adding Kenny into the mix. You heard Ali say kind of they've moved up a couple notches in that statistic. Oh, they're going to need it here.
Well, I mean, you just got that flip with 30 seconds. It ends up working out, plus it sets you up for this hill. Some two kills do go down, though, for Carolina, so immediate pressure. But you have this setup right now, does Rocker. That's going to be 3 dead. Last player alive sliding around is TJ.
Still contesting, though, from the front, trying to get the angle, I believe, is Estriel to sort of shut that down. But it'll be Gwen with 2 HP, just hoping a Leaf doesn't take him out at this point. Well, it'll be a Kenny Semtex, a little more powerful, likely than a Blade of Grass or a Leaf. But they don't enjoy much time inside of the point. Once again, Rocker are back in, and they've just continued to build this advantage. It's kind of similar to the map 1. They just are out rotating, making the bigger plays need to break, or, well, maybe getting blessed with a spawn time or 2.
Yeah, I mean, they just have a great read there as well. I mean, they pick up on the splits. I think it was Gwen and Vivid both spawn out. 1 player from Rocker spawns out well. Ken just adjusts on the balcony, and yeah, you just see they have put the work in. Their hardpoint is looking good. They just need everything else to catch up to this level, and they're going to be a tough team to beat.
We'll see. It's still early here. Let's see if Ravens can bring it back after a little slide and shout from Tej. Rock Hill often where you bring it back after an early deficit, and Tej is kind of going God mode here. Slasher involved as well. This has been perfect so far, and yeah, I mean, you get these final 30 seconds and you're down, what, 10 or 15? I feel like we've seen this from teams so often. Rock can be the bread and butter, and TJ shooting nukes suddenly as he gets to 5 straight before he ultimately falls. Gwen finding easy pickings as well. Nice tracking there in the shots via an AR. He's winning that one, but Estriel gets his win behind a spawn. TJ has got the route top middle to shut it down, and yeah, there's a contest that finally comes in, but TJ, TJ just, dude, he won 5 straight, then 3 straight there. I mean, that's a massive rock hill for him.
Yeah, just a lot of great timings there, top hole.
He had like 9. 9 of his 13, I think, were rock, bro.
Well, I mean, 50 of the 88 were at rock as well there for Carolina. They get themselves right back into the game with a great P4 hold.
They certainly do. What was looking like a blowout, and we're talking about how good Rocker's hardpoint is, suddenly a distant memory is TJ. You've awoken the beast. But the early part of this rotation is where Carolina need to improve things. And with number 6 in Tej, you're still spawning out towards the P2. Rocker is going to take whatever time they can get for now and then worry about the flip. It's not going to come via Estriel because he's going to die open to Tej. And you're still spawning out like Boathouse. If you are Rocker, and with what, 20 seconds remaining, you gotta start thinking about the rotation here.
Yeah, Ken maybe gonna try to go front. He's gonna have a 1 versus 1 versus Slasher on this side. We saw this, but the opposite way, and while Slasher's gonna win it. So yeah, you really have no pressure bottom side of the map or even on the hill. Finally, you're gonna get a couple of kills, but it's with 7 seconds remaining. But you're gonna see Carolina, 1 player gonna spawn out. What about the second one? Yeah, 2 spawn out. So now you have numbers here if you're Rocker.
And that's just awkward timing of the deaths. Ravens a chance for the lead change, but big chance
Nero's
for a break.
like, he's swimming. Nero's swimming.
Yeah, and number 8 and Tisha, the guys that spawn out are going to end up walking away with kills. Nero's route going to turn into 1. That'll get him into the point. He's going to drop, but now it's kind of a messy P2, similar to what we saw the first time through, but it is still advantage over the Royal Ravens. Minnesota trying to look for the opening after a hot start, going up at what, 80 or so early on. Now facing a deficit, look for the break. Let's hear the comms from Minnesota Rocker.
Only one time. Dig late. I stopped down. Dig in that door. I'm on his page. Dig in that time. 30 seconds. I'm going well. I'm going low red. Right. Nice. I will. I said. Yeah, TJ, check us fast. Check us right time. We need the 60. Yeah, it's for the game. I'm playing 10. I'm one or open. I get flat and 10. I'll get time. I'm already top flat. There's 2 over. It gets 10 top flat, but I have the shot. I got time, J. You can top flat. It can't be 10. I got her deep. I need flat. Need flat. Stay down. I'm still in her deep. They're flat. I'm sitting in front. I'm top flat. I'm on CF flat. There's 2 there. They're both top. Yeah, one shot. Nice. I'm dead. Okay, combo, go ahead. Now wait. There's 2 on top. I'm in 10 already. I got that 1 pitch, 1 baby pitch. I needed it. You're off flat. Oh, you shot me 10. I have money. It's not shot. Let's go. He went bottom fire, I think. He could be fire. I'm bottom fire. I've been. Open on me. One shot new. He's out. One shot hugging the wall. He's weak as fuck. Get that guy round 1. I'm on. You're gonna need to check it after that. I got naded, bro. It's done. It's I got mid. I'm on the top. They can flick fire. What's that left? No, we're good. Anything close. I'll check it. I got 1 bolt. Last year we... Nice. I'm on top. Yeah. I'm looking bottom fire. I'm getting that close. Also, now we Win weak. Reaches are open. We're good. You got me.
The boys are turned. They are yapping. That was a chaotic stretch, really, for both sides. Split spawns everywhere, messy holds. But if you're Rocker, you are up. And now you're 3 dead.
Yeah, I mean, that's just so many multi-kills, right? From Gio, from Estriel. TJ was popping off again. He's up to 31, keeping Carolina in it.
Since that rock point, he just, like, leveled up, bro.
Took over.
He absolutely has. I don't remember what he was to start, but 4 and 8 or whatever it was. Like, it wasn't a horrible start or anything, but he just erupted, bro. And it's just been multi-kill after multi-kill. He's been disgusting. If you win this, if you're Ravens, it is on the back of that tiny man and TJ. But still, work to do. Another lead change.
Yeah, he finds another kill. He's going to flip this spawn. So TJ doing anything and everything that he wants right now. Just feels like he is not losing a gunfight in a hallway. So with his play, you get the spawn, you get set up, you're finding some scrap time. Minnesota maybe behind that kill. Does that spawn TJ out? Can they get forward?
It does.
It is. So 4 versus 3 right now. But they have to go because they know TJ's going to be coming behind him.
Yeah, I mean, last time they were in a similar situation, yeah, the 2 people that spawned out, I think ended up getting kills. So yeah, you've got to go, and you got to go quickly. Slasher doing a great job from back statue, at least getting 1. But now, maybe the tide starts to turn a little bit. Yeah, you can't get picked there from the point. TJ, I thought, going to get caught, but that won't be the case. They're going to take the fight to Zig and just send it through, but you win that as well, and now you're into the point. Beautiful play there from Rocker. They're decisive. They push it forward, trying to not worry about TJ and make sure they take out Slasher back and get the team spawns deep. And now they're looking for another lead change. I think it's like our 20th that we've had. This one has been as back and forth as they come.
Yeah, huge break there by Rocker. Again, just knowing the numbers, knowing the situation, isolating Slasher, giving themselves the spawn. And yeah, I think a bit of an overchow from the hill. I think that was from Vivid. Like, best case scenario for Carolina, you just split that time. You give them the back spawns and you get set up here for this P2 or P3.
Hey, Nero thought he had the early rotation, but just jumps over 1 player. Now what does this turn into? This has been as back and forth as the map has been. This P3 certainly has been. And now you need 15 for the win for Rocker, 30 for Ravens. Ravens going to be first in. Gio's on this 4 spree. Trying to get eyes, just locking that balcony. Well, that's a big toe. Just trying to finish the kill, can't do it. He gets shots in, and then TJ's going to pounce. TJ's been Mr. Takeover as he's approaching a 40 bomb, and TJ hits again. His nade will connect. He'll get 3 out of it. Now spawning out well side and battling back in will be Rocker as another lead change comes in. Now Royal Ravens in front and only need 14 as the point is contested. No one can find a foothold inside.
They just got to deal with this guy. He is an absolute monster right now.
He's a tank. Now the stun, that's how they deal with him. That'll get him out of it. You're just trying to contest as best you can. Get a foot in if you are Rocker and get this to rock. But the rotation early, the leak through is going to be 6. It's TJ that's taking the route. You can't win it here, though. TJ going to be first on rotation, and yeah, just get off it. You can't win it there. Time to go. Get there first. How many can TJ get? Because he's going to be like a 1-on-4. He only gets 1, but at least he gets 1. First into the point will be Rocker. Now another lead change. Rocker go back in front. Vivid biding his time. Gwyn through on the pinch. Gwyn and Vivid both able to get one. The break is in. Estrel, the only one that walks away with a kill. He's trying to dive. Gio now trying to contest. 3 seconds needed for Royal Ravens to do it. Last push. An opportunity for Rocker. They go, but they don't go quickly enough. Carolina get the final second. We're going to a map 5.
It felt like you had the chance on that P3. You saw them flying. Gio from top plat just couldn't deal with Vivid, couldn't find the final wall bang. And then I think he gives the call out that he is so weak. And you saw 2 players fly from Rocker right onto TJ's nade.
Right onto TJ's nade. And yeah, no, I mean, what's he end up dropping? 40 plus. I didn't see what the final stat line was, but from that first rock hard point, he just didn't lose a fight after that. TJ just took over, looking so strong on Hacienda and doing enough to get us to a map 5. We thought this one would be a battle for a couple of reasons, just where these 2 teams are, and also the fact that Rocker, well, they've done nothing but go to game 5s and round 11 since adding Kenny, or just in general, this team.
Yeah, stage 1, right? Wasn't there a ton?
Yeah, a ton. Nero, I think his 3rd 30 bomb. I think he's been 30 plus in every respawn, so Nameless was on spot with that one. But TJ, 4,200 damage, 24 non-traded. When you look at the rest of his team, I mean, that guy was winning his 1s and, well, winning his multis as well. Just, yeah, there were so many lead changes in that.
No, I mean, when it goes to 105 to 34, then that P4, that is the TJ moment, right? He just keeps it going.
Yeah.
Gets them back into that game. They take the lead. Rocker fight back to P3 and P4, and then it just comes down to a couple of plays. I think if it's a little cleaner for Gio on that platform to start that break, they probably win. But Vivid played his life, and TJ hit the nade.
Yeah, no, TJ hit the nade, and they'll get the win. We go the distance. We go to dealership. Well, Rocker have already got 1 map 5 win there, but we'll see if they can do it. Was that map 2? I forget. Well, they got search and destroy win there. We haven't seen it yet for Carolina Royal Ravens. Don't go anywhere. It's the final match of the day. We got ourselves a good old-fashioned banger. We'll see you shortly.
The Esports World Cup is an official partner of the Call of Duty League.
Upgrade your game with the SCUF, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
It's more than a game. It's for all who dare to compete. It's more than a team. It's our team. It's more than a feeling. It's unwavering passion. It's more than just talent. It's the grind that got me here. It's more than a moment. It's our legacy. One city, one stage, one champion. The battle starts now.
SnD encore. Le triple double. Triple de SnD, mon gars. Voilà, mets-toi en confiance. Mets-toi en confiance. Oui, mon grand. Voilà. Allez.
Yeah, least all out time for you to get to work this pitch because you know what Hydra is capable of. Finds that kill onto Insight. Skies across the map, finds the second. Now Sid left in the 1v2 on this side of the map. He finds the first 1v3. Off the rebound! Oh my goodness! One was fine. Two was a goddamn miracle.
I'm trying to cut. Perfect up, cut in, shot top.
Oh, we can't travel this? Well, that's tragic. At least let him middle.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I think that Nate hit one a couple times and stunned mid cut.
What am I doing, bro?
One guy's
Can you walk us through what kind of y'all's situation?
Yeah, what's the setup you got going?
Apartment?
So we have a kind of like a penthouse apartment and a whole bunch of setups in here.
Do you guys all live together in this penthouse? Who's cooking? Who's whipping up the meals after a win?
So Brian gets the penthouse. We're all staying at a different apartment.
Okay.
Still pretty nice, not quite a penthouse, but you know, we spend every day here. It's
Brian Saints living in a penthouse? Call of Duty can make dreams come true, children. You heard it here first.
All right.
Played him. Wait, hold up. Was he the greatest sniper of this? Oh my god. He was hella good. It all comes down to this. Nate's trying to run it down. He's trying to no-scope him. Ricky trying to no-scope. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh my god. Didn't even hit him. Oh. GG. God, he got f***ing slammed. And it's face banks. Oh my god.
I set up. Come on the stairs, Nice. I'm looking you. Could be outer. Outer. Nice. 3v1. Nice, baby. Oh my god. I mean, I'm trying to scam it.
The 2025 Minnesota Rocker Team Pack is available now. Each pack includes home and away operators as well as a weapon charm to keep the competition on ice. Next time you boot up, suit up at the in-game shop.
We get back. We're taking a look at the SCUF play of the game here. Yeah, it's the final moments of a back-and-forth war. TJ, the triple, the nade, probably the moment that decides this, allows it. Well, he's also the guy that gets ahead on rotation, too. But what an ending.
The only thing I should stop him was that stun right there. But yeah, got his team in there. Dealt with Geo first on the plat. He was the one to find that kill. Nade was on point. Well, they just needed a couple of more seconds. They don't win it here, but yeah, on this rotation towards Rock, guess who? TJ again.
Yeah, he just gets one, but sometimes in this situation when four are swarming you, one is everything. He keeps going up there. Who knows? Maybe he gets a second, because where does the next person pop? Can you spawn out?
Gwyn goes all the way through
so far.
Yeah, so Gwyn takes his time, goes on a long play. Like, there's a chance if four are up for Rocker, like if someone watches that.
Yep.
But with that TJ kill, Gwyn allows you to that spot. Leads to the break.
And oh god, you must have touched that just a hair after. I don't know if it would have mattered if they contested that, but no, I mean, TJ's triple with an nade, like, that makes Rocker have to fight there and not rotate even sooner than they probably would have liked to, or just win the game there. But an insane one. I thought when they had that 4-on-1 flying at Tej, they were going to get it done, but says Tej getting one allows the timing for Gwyn to take the route, and then we'll get the win. We did go back and watch the control, by the way. You're right.
Yeah, two players got off.
Yeah, two players got off it, like right before we kind of checked the replay, so Yeah, I mean, this one could be done.
And again, they're just trying to like catch timings, right? If someone's flanking and whatnot, dodging nades. But I don't know. I'm a believer. If you got 4 lives remaining, just sit on it.
Just sit on it. Just hope you win.
Yeah.
Cross your fingers. There's gonna be a miracle round victory.
I'm a big believer of just sitting on the objective, just sitting on it.
Yeah. Okay. A dealership. Rocker series have been stressful all year. They've not slowed down with Kenny involved. We go to another map 5, and Ant kind of mentioned you like the attacks he saw from them on dealership. We're gonna get a look at those. You'll have 3 on one side. The ISO man will be Nero.
Yeah, he's just throwing nades over towards A, maybe to cause a rotation, keep Slasher honest, and then maybe late flank. But this is the tough part about it. It's really about mid control for the defense, easy rotation. You have some angles, and for the offense, it's just this uphill battle.
An uphill battle.
Watch number
come
3.
to a stall for now, but here's that timing you were talking about. Nero's going to try to take the route. Can he get to the trigger discipline there? And he will. Or won't he?
No, he will.
He will. Funnels him in. Nero with the late flank will decide the round. I thought when he's first taken, they lost a player. I'm like, uh-oh, this falls apart. Someone's going to turn and pick this up. But
well, that's kind of it. I mean,
never turn and pick it up.
After the first blood for Carolina,
like someone should turn. Someone should turn, right? Like,
usually that's when it's pretty obvious.
I don't know if that's on Slasher or the player that was with him, but like someone's got to turn. And, okay, this is the first time they played it, well, officially. And maybe that's just one of those things where you just don't have the timing done yet. But that was, a long time passed. So a lot of time passed. And who knows? Maybe you win that without Nero, but probably not after they got the first pick. So TJ gets that first blood, hot off his 40 bomb, and they get nothing else after that. We're jamming out with Tej. Seeing what angle Gwen can maybe get. Well, he's not going to like that. Another first blood, though. Vivid this time able to get on Geo. He took a couple shots, I think, at Gwen, and then he's quickly silenced.
That is not an easy shot, but immediate response there from Jen. 3 versus 3, and then Nero just...
Hear the glass.
Here's the glass, goes for a timing.
And they got eyes on Dwayne, so there's a second person around there, but I like that from there. Just get out. Get out. He wants to chow the second.
And look how quick they're going. I don't know if you're going to expect this. All 3 play. They've given up the entire map, right? You have so much to clear throughout the middle on the attacking team, all these different angles. You think sooner or later...
shuts this down, picking a corner.
They're going to flank, but never mind.
Picking a corner. That's what shuts that play down. Someone picks a damn corner, and they all run by.
I mean, you don't expect that at all.
No, I mean, I saw Gwen just lie down in the corner. I'm like, oh my God, they're all going to run by him. Oh my God. I mean, think about the difference. You would have had, 2 first bloods and you lose both rounds? Instead, Gwen gets away with murder. Nearly trips one on his way out.
I mean, I'm assuming, he's not seeing anything middle. Vivid sees nothing B. Someone's like, they're probably pinching. So just sit there.
It's just crazy because Gwen's the first person they got eyes on before Gio got picked. They knew he was playing from that position early on. But I mean, a lot of time had passed. But I feel like that's how that gets shut down, though. Literally, it's pick a corner. 3 first bloods now for Carolina. TJ has gotten 2 of them. And, well, Gwen, he's right back to work. All on Nero. 1 versus 3.
He's got a sub. I mean, he's got to take some long gunfights here. Trying to just get the bomb and back up.
Okay, hold up.
I mean, you need like 1 or 2 in each player?
Yeah, the other 2. Once he won the first fight, I'm like, those guys have got to be like sub 50 HP. It got a little more interesting. He had some nice cover to kind of wiggle with, but... Oh, yeah, because he hit some good tags. That about got dicey. I mean, Vivid's hitting it fast, but honestly, he might get caught sprinting. That would have been insane. I mean, the triple from Gwen into a 1v3 there for...
Dude, with how quick the pop-ups are in this title, I mean, just imagine just snaking on some of these.
Oh God, yeah, no, it'd be insane. There's just headies everywhere, bro. Carolina convincingly won the first search, 6-1 on Pro Dub. I mean, very different combo now heading to the new map and dealership. Ezreal just shown his.
Yeah, well, last time Vivid got a pick here, so he's like ready for this. He's hoping someone overpiece.
Just kind of waiting for the nades to get exhausted. jump spotting his TJ. Now Gwen's like, can I just pick a corner again? I mean, this is what he did the entire last round, like this, and kind of peek stabs.
This is where the slash away, work your pitch, see what's open, what are they giving you? And I mean, on the other side, Rocker, they haven't moved. Gio's been chilling all the way back left.
Oh, it might get decided by him, though.
Yeah, and what he finds.
Oh, he's posted, bro. Licking dirt. Oh, he's making the call now. Boys, I'm probably going to need help here in a second.
It's that need. That's the problem. He does dodge it, though.
Doesn't hit him. So far, so good. TJ, it looks like, or sorry, Slasher's just holding it. Oh, well, that is unfortunate from the car, and then Slasher gets his head just plucked. All on Vivid.
Well, Slasher was posted, so I'm going to assume it was like a trophy or something.
Yeah, it had to be something funky, because he was just, he was literally holding for that gunfight with.
Yeah.
That gunfight with Gio, and then, well, he's probably like, oh, well, that's frustrating. The next thing you know, he takes 4 swift ones to the forehead. Interesting. Well, we continue to go back and forth as these two teams can find no separation from each other.
Yeah, nice discipline right there from Minnesota. Just play the A retake. Don't give up middle of the map. Play the 4-on-4, and they do it beautifully.
Yeah, Gio is locked, dude. He was laying there for a solid 45 seconds. I mean, you got to, but like, you weren't wrong. You're like, Rocker has not moved. No, they're good. They're probably not trying to run at stuff after what happened in the round 2.
Sure.
What? Who dies to a car this round, Joe?
I'm thinking nobody right now.
You think that? Oh, what do you think now, Joe? It's Estriel! That changed your mind quick, didn't it, Kenny?
Yeah, it did.
1 versus 4. Best of luck.
We just really surrounded it. Well, we just surrounded bomb sites with cars. I mean,
that was so good. Because I was like, who's going to die? You're like, nobody. Did you hear the RC? That was fantastic. I think every push we've had here has involved someone dying to the car. So let's take a look at it. It's just
a couple are blown up. There's just so many.
Yeah.
You think that one's done? Oh, now there's a Range Rover to your chin. That sucks.
No one wants a Range Rover to the chin. Ooh. Well, tough one there for Rocker.
We can put cars near bomb sites. They just don't have to blow. They can already be blown up.
Yeah. No, they can, or stay destroyed after 1 round. I don't know. Like, just leave them. They blow up once. Maybe something happens, but we don't need every round.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a good idea, Clint.
We just don't. We don't have.
I mean, we got vault 1 bomb site.
You're talking about that. That's the future, Joe. We don't have the technology yet.
Okay, we'll figure that one out soon.
We will. We'll get there. Well, the plant is in. This could be a massive round to finally find some separation.
Mid again. This is open.
Oh, he's working it, dude. He popped and fried him on the desk. That had to look insane. Teach gets a little bit of help. Last player's gonna be Nero. Is it one of those rounds? It's a Nero tweak round. It's a Nero tweak round. He gets 3. He's looking on the ace. 20 seconds to go. That he's got a hunt, and it's just like, where is Slasher? He sees him. He goes to the window. Not a chance to win it. Nearly one of those rounds. He's good for 1, I swear. Comes up a little bit short.
Well, you opt for the 4 versus 4 again, but you don't fully clear mid. You allow Gwyn to get in that position, just lurch on up in Slasher. He's been in that scenario a million times in his career. He's like, I got this, boys, no problem.
Yeah, like, it's just, you don't mantle through that all that quickly. I feel like every time someone tries that, they just get destroyed.
Well, if you hop off the bomb, you kind of do a little hop.
Yeah. Instead of doing the full on the animation. But Slasher hits the slide back and able to take it. Now, some separation. 4-2. And this is similar to their round 1, right? Kind of the look, and it ended up being Nero that took that late flank. Do you pick it up this time? Now, we'll see if the round plays out the same way, but that's what I'm curious about.
Yeah, the only difference is, too, you have Twin who's pushed on through, right? Nobody's really watching your flank if you're Minnesota. And maybe this is why, okay, so Slasher, he's just looking at it, but this time you're going to go through the vent. So I think he spotted though. I think Slasher saw us. Yeah, Slasher sees him, just a call out to his teammates. They're going to hunt him down. And Slasher's Gwen, all over that.
Yeah, all over, not letting it happen again. And that is a great adjustment to not get caught what happened in round 1. But yeah, Gwen's position a little bit different too, as he's able to react to it quickly. And that's now 3 straight rounds for Carolina.
And it's just both sides. You're just allowing Gwen mid control. just I mean, even on your defenses, like I don't mind if you're playing soft, sort of 4-on-4 retakes. We saw it work.
But sometimes you gotta play hard.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta just play hard.
Yeah, we'll see if they can play harder, Joe, because they're gonna have to win 4 straight now. But yeah, no, I mean, all we've talked about really is just mid control when it comes to this map. And yeah, I mean, Gwen's been living there. He's gonna get a lot of info, just peeking through that slant on the cross, and he's right back to his spot. This is where he's gonna play from. So nobody playing really deep, where we saw Gio kind of holding from A. No one's deep there, because they kind of started to rotate over towards B.
Now we're deep.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, now we're middle hard.
Yep. They are clearly playing harder than they were before. All right, Joe, who's dying to a card this time? I'm going to go with...
That'd be TJ, right?
I was going to say TJ too, dude. I was going to say TJ too. Vivid. He was able to pick one from that spot earlier. Not able to find it here, but... hoping maybe somebody gets impatient. Gio is no longer playing from deep. It's going to be Kenny. Well, Kenny's going to find the pick, and he's able to get away. Slasher can't capitalize, so TJ not hit by a car.
We're going to watch middle, right? All right, yeah, we're watching middle.
As long as Gwen's alive, though, it seems like it's maybe still winnable. 1 versus 2. Maybe we'll be calling him Gwinnable. Movement is looking nice. Chow looking nice. But the trade is there, and the dream is not dead yet. Rocker, 1 of 4
Buttery
done.
smooth. Buttery smooth.
He's had some moments, but yeah, they got to play hardball at mid. Do it a little bit better that time, and yeah, they rotate Gio out of the deep, but you saw like Kenny there. Kenny just catches a great timing. They just kind of peek towards bomb.
He just kind of knows, like, all right, you know, Vivid's like throwing some shoulders, putting some shots in, but he's like, this is an A setup. Like, I'm going to just go get some info over here, and
yeah, finds
gets
info.
Gifted one.
The form of cutting down TJ, and he's able to scurry away before Slasher gets the angle onto him. And maybe not the same Rocker team, but still this kind of gritty team all year long. Gwen having himself a map, but he's on 12 and 6.
They love B.
Okay, so similar where mid is kind of giving up. Maybe you've got an angle here from Nero. He's playing a little bit more aggressive. Maybe he can shut down Gwen. They're going to have a one-on-one. Okay, so Nero backs him up. So showing a little bit more force there.
They are committing to this.
Yeah, and this time Nero's kind of backing up and playing from a deeper pocket. He's not thinking about the lane.
Oh, no!
TJ. Gonna get blooded again.
I thought that was gonna blow up Kenny. Did that not bounce off the window? Doesn't matter. Kenny hits 2.
Yeah, okay. Well, I didn't see it going that way, but it's gonna be Gwen. Left alone, 1 versus 3. From oh no to oh yeah. They're still playing hard. They're doing it.
How did that not hit Jim?
I have no idea. I have no idea, Joe. I don't understand the physics of this game. Do you? No, I'm not a physicist. Do I look like Sir Isaac Newton to you?
They win the windowsill? Okay.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
That's what Ant says. I trust him.
We trust Ant's eyes.
No.
Okay, yeah. Let's see it.
Well, no, that's this stunt. I'm talking about the other one.
No, the other one. That's the one that killed.
The other one that came up short.
All I'm saying is, yeah, Ken got 2. I mean, he just hit so far. Whatever. Okay. I'm just seeing things, I think.
Yeah, no, did the nade you thought got stuck just fly through and stick him instead? Maybe we did get you glasses.
Locked in.
Well, you're already wearing glasses,
Yeah,
bro.
I already got them.
Okay, well, they had to win 4 straight.
I saw stuff in map 3, and I was right. I'm just saying.
I trust you, Joe. I trust you. You're always playing hard. Okay. Got to go 4 straight. They've done 2. This is for number 3. They're still playing hard at mid. Nero, ready for the fight? Just waiting to maybe take this fight with Gwen. They're slowly working up towards B. You've got Gio who can be there quickly. Kind of taking peeks through window. Will be at number 2. RC car in. Does Gwen chow off of this? Yeah, he's thinking he's going to chow off of it.
If I had 13, I would, but he's staying disciplined.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah. He would have caught him, probably sprinting away, too. Oh, right under industrial. Oh!
Gwen's here now, too, to help out. Still have the trophy. Bomb not being planted. Watch number 5 in Slasher. He's trying to set this up. Ken's like, I've played with you before. I've played against you for a long time. I know what you like to do.
There's the bomb plant. Now it's the 4-on-4 retake for Rocker's map. Otherwise, Carolina walking around with the map 5 victory. They got info on several players. There's Nero able to get the kill. Kenny's going to follow it up. Oh, we're going to a round 11.
Oh, baby!
We're going to a round 11. Back to back to back. It's the Rocker magic. Holy hell, what a retake there out of Rocker.
I mean, yeah, the retakes have been great if they don't allow Gwyn to just go inside the middle and piece them up.
But they're playing hard, Joe.
A lot better here. Good adjustments. Trusting their retakes, and here we go.
Give me that round 11 gong. Who's going to be the MVP? Will it be a player or will it be a car? That's the important question, Joe. 3 straight for Carolina, answered by 3 straight now for Rocker.
Wow, Rocker have defense. And this is a switch up. This is just going to be a hard A hit.
Car out, maybe for Geo. Looking that way.
Oh, my. I mean, what are you finding here info-wise? I mean, you're just letting them plan A, and you're just going to play retake, okay?
I guess so. Out of the car and now into the action.
Oh, there's a trophy here. He's not going to know. The trophy's going to allow him to just sit here. They can't clear this.
Gwyn bounces, but he gets through.
Oh my God, Gwyn has been so good in the middle, and now he might win them the game.
Can they trade it out? Gwyn, probably one of the map, may not matter, but you still have Kenny and Geo trying to do this. 20 seconds left to go. TJ gonna get ripped a bit, but able to reposition. They've got to go.
It's on Geo on the flank, but I don't know if they have time.
Kenny's able to get one. Geo gets one as well. 1 versus 1. TJ and Kenny.
No time.
There's just no time to get it done. TJ can check it. Kenny gets the kill, goes on 5 straight, but it's not gonna matter. Royal Ravens survive, and that was a wild map 3, 4, and 5 between these 2 squads. Holy hell.
I mean, that trophy just saved the game. That trophy saves the game. Because that player vent, Gwyn just, they don't know he's there.
Yeah. And he's just able to look through and get one.
Just sees the guy run, follows him.
Whew. God, between that and like the one where he just lays in a corner and picks up 3, that was an insane map.
That's what we thought this was gonna be.
Yeah, no, really did. But I mean, the Vault Control had insane moments. The Hacienda had 15 lead changes. This one, a game of swings. It goes 6-5 to Carolina, and now Rocker. That's what they do. Map 5, round 11. I don't know if they're gonna win them, but they're getting there.
They I mean, they just need a little bit more time. You can see the vision, right? This is where the hard point. You can see how close they are fundamentally. But this is what has carried Carolina throughout the year. It's been their search and destroy. They had 2 wins here, and they're able to win the hard point clutch up behind TJ.
I mean, if you told me they're 1 and 2, they push, a map 5